By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming
I
everything.
know.
King, country, and Commonwealth.
Just recently, Charlotte was seen leaving the 20 apartment Kensington Palace to a new place at Adelaide Cottage in Windsor. The act was a sudden one and has left everyone curious. Princess Charlotte, despite being amongst the richest and most popular children around the globe, has personally maintained a quiet and private life until she said goodbye to Kensington Palace.
And I think if they feel that you're doing the right thing, you can only be true to yourself, and you have to ignore.
Her sudden action has left everyone shocked. What could be the reason for her leaving the palace? And how will this influence the royal family? Join us as we reveal what really happened and why Princess Charlotte is saying goodbye to Kesington Palace. Princess Charlotte of Wales. The granddaughter of King Charles III and the second child of Prince William. Princess Charlotte is a beautiful and captivating young royal who has caught a lot of attention from all over the globe since her grand arrival into the royal family. She is always seen with a cheeky, radiant smile and a bright expression, showing her strength and courage despite the big world that is always looking up to her and all those strict rules she has to keep. The princess carries a special charm that goes beyond the advantage of being born into a rare reflection of her humility and the love she freely spreads even at such a young age. Her inner childhood has often hinted itself in different adorable forms. She has been seen sometimes glancing curiously at cameras and other times bouncing in her steps as she walked with her family. During a family outing at the Royal International Air Tattoo, the princess could be seen effortlessly engaging the crowd around them. She was seen giggling and waving her hands as she greeted them. That moment had left a warming impression in many hearts and showed the playful side of the princess. Despite being a royal princess, she is still a child after all. Whether waving to crowds or following her parents to important occasions, she brings a friendly warmth with her and a respectful demeanor that makes it just impossible to not like her. Speaking of warmth and affection, Princess Charlotte and her mother have a mother-daughter relationship with a special bond. That side of their life was shown in a recent video shared by Princess Kate, where she announced a successful completion of her chemotherapy treatment and what plans she had for the coming months. The video, which showed them having a one-on-one moment, had given a view of what their private life looked like and how Charlotte was like in her personal space. The video showed Princess Charlotte with not just her mother, Princess of Wales, but also her father, Prince William, and her brother, Prince George, and Prince Louis, all having a good time together. In a moment when they were on a family walk, Princess Kate held Charlotte's hand and said something really touching. Holding on to Princess Charlotte's hand, she said that life as we know it could change in an instant, and when it happens, we have had to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown. Her statement was her means of expressing that life was so completely fickle, especially in the public eye and royal sphere. She reminds us that they are all too aware of the pressures and sudden changes that may come to their family due to their high-profile roles and responsibilities. It could also have meant how she prepares herself, her family, and most importantly, her children for whatever will result in the future. It is an appeal to resilience, flexibility, and strength in the face of life's challenges and the many duties that rest on their shoulders. Princess Kate also recognizes that life is too fragile and unpredictable to focus so much on meeting up to the expectations of their royal titles than they are focused on building a lasting relationship and close bond, which will not be swallowed up in the midst of overwhelming activities and busy schedules. Could this statement be giving a hint to why Princess Charlotte had to leave Kensington Palace? A search for a safe place to escape a life bound to rules and protocols? Keep keep watching to find out the real truth. But before that, let us take a quick journey to her background, a story that lays the foundation to understanding Charlotte's surprising decision. Princess Charlotte's background. Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales was born on the 12th of May 2015 at St. Mary's Hospital, London, England. This makes her the second child and first daughter of Duke Williams and Duchess Catherine. She is also the third in line to the throne, with her brother, Prince George, as the heir to the throne. Her birth occurred at around 8:35 British Summer Time. It was not just a time of celebration for the royal family, but the entire world was seen celebrating the arrival of the princess. Something that also made her birth a special one was that she was the first female child in the royal family after over 25 years of male dominance, and also became the first female royal to retain her place in line, despite having younger brothers. This is due to succession to the Crown Act of 2013, which states that the eldest child could inherit the throne regardless of gender. At the time of her birth, Queen Elizabeth II was still alive. Princess Charlotte was her fifth grandchild, and her joy knew no bounds that she got to meet her great-granddaughter. The news of her birth spread across the globe, with everyone congratulating Prince Williams and Princess Catherine of Cambridge. It was announced on Twitter some hours after the delivery, followed by an official declaration on an easel that was placed in Buckingham Palace. Her birth was also marked by gun salutes, and volleys were fired in Hyde Park and the Tower of London to honor her arrival. A lot of wishes and celebration followed after the announcement. People gathered outside of the West London Hospital, cheering and rejoicing about the arrival of their new princess, as they carried cardboard papers with written remarks, holding up flags and singing. Notable landmarks were painted pink. Even the London Eye was lit up in pink to commemorate her birth. Her name was revealed on the 4th of May as Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, a name that makes up that of her grandfather, King Charles III, her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and her grandmother, the late Diana, referring to both her physical looks and her lively nature blended with cheekness. A lot of people say she has a stunning resemblance with her great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth, and we agree too. Her stunning resemblance with the Queen has made fans nickname her the Mini Queen. Shortly after her birth, she joined her family in official photos taken by her mother, the Duchess of Cambridge. The photos were widely shared by the media as it offered a first glimpse to what her close relationship with her family looked like, especially with her big brother, Prince George. In July 2015, she arrived for her christening at St. Mary Magdalene Church. She wore a Honiton lace and satin gown, which is the royal family's traditional christening gown, a replica of the original Victorian heirloom from 1841. The ceremony held some symbolic touches, such as baptizing her with water from the River Jordan and a silver gilt font traditionally used in christenings for royals. From the day she arrived at the palace, she has been the center of attraction, being in the spotlight and continually catching the attention of so many people all over the world. As she grew up, she soon earned a reputation for her lively character that usually brought some dose of happiness to whatever royal occasion she was present in. Her cheeky expressions and confident demeanor captured many hearts in her very first public appearances. She is regularly spotted waving towards the crowds with natural ease, propelling some playful and poised touches that have become her signature in her early years. Charlotte has marked a new phase and a more modern feel to the monarchy. Her special bonding with her big brother, Prince George, and her younger brother, Prince Louis, is captured in engagements that involve them much of the time, with her taking up a protective, caring role for her brothers. Most notably, Charlotte often seems to guide and nudge her little brother, Prince Louis, through events with a very tender, gentle approach, which has drawn a great deal of affection from many. From her childhood, Charlotte began attending public events and ceremonies, where her charisma itself did all the talking. At Trooping the Colour, an annual parade for the official birthday celebration of King Charles III, she was seen many times waving at the people enthusiastically, smiling and chatting with her family. Very notably, in 2019, the little princess playfully stuck her tongue out to the crowd for one short moment, a candid, headlined moment in which her carefree spirit captured the media's attention. Princess Charlotte had her first solo outing in 2022, when she was 7 years old. She was accompanied by her parents, Prince William and Princess Kate. The outing was to a swim meet at the 2022 Commonwealth Games, joining relatives, her great-uncle Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, Countess of Wessex, alongside their children. She graced the special day on a striped dress, and her hair packed in a decent style to the back in braided pigtails. She clearly had fun, as she was often spotted smiling and laughing as she sat among spectators with her mother sitting right beside her, enlightening her on the different games. The princess later joined her dad, Prince William, to issue a special message of good luck to the England women's soccer team, wishing them good luck ahead of their finals against Germany in the 2022 Women's Euro. Although the family's legacy is inclined in tradition, Princess Charlotte's parents, Prince William and Catherine, are determined to give their little girl a well-rounded upbringing that balances out royal duty with the perils of childhood. They are eager to make sure that she and her brothers get to have as much normalcy as possible while growing up, appreciating their unique role, but also the values that would take them through life. Princess Charlotte has grown up being sure to be kind, humble, and service-based through the examples of her family's commitment to public life, which would stand her in good stead in whatever future role she has within the monarchy. The role that Princess Charlotte will play in the royal family will doubtless change as she grows older and brings a new generation's values and spirit to her position. She is well placed, with her charm, confidence, and family guidance, as one of the most cherished young royals and as a symbol of continuity into the future. But no matter what role it is, she sure needs a sound education to handle it. So let's take a look at the princess's education. The investments towards her academics will leave you shocked. Princess Charlotte's educational background. Royals do not just attend any school or take on a casual education. Due to the responsibilities on their shoulders and the royal expectations they have to meet up to, her education has been carefully selected to make sure she receives a well-rounded upbringing and still be academically sound. Unlike her brother, Prince George, who started at Thomas Battersea just around the same age, Princess Charlotte began her formal education at age 2 in early 2018 at the Wilcox Nursery School, a private nursery school housed in a church hall not so far from her family's Kensington Palace home. Her parents selected the school because they thought it would be our ideal first step for her education, and the team who worked there were impressive. Wilcox school is said to have a system of fun and structured mornings, with a playful space where kids take their first steps of learning to read, write, and to understand simple numbers with little pressure. Tuition at Wilcox runs at €3,050 to €4,073 per term, totaling a sum of €9,150 or around $12,000 for the 3 terms. For her first day, she was dressed in a $150 burgundy razor-bill wool coat with a stone-colored tight, a red pair of shoes, and a red bow to match. After summer, Charlotte later joined her older brother, Prince George, at Thomas's Battersea Preparatory School in London, also only a few miles from the family's Kensington Palace. The school of 560 students between the age of 4 and 13 is focused on producing citizens of an empathetic character, a key quality that her parents would want to imbibe in her and her other siblings. Photographers captured the not-so-little Charlotte looking really adorable in her new navy blue uniform and her hair in a ponytail. She resumed at the school on the 5th of September, 2019, at age 4, accompanied by her parents, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, alongside her brother George. She was unusually timid before the cameras, seen clutching her mother's hand and occasionally hiding behind her. This was unusual for Princess Charlotte, who usually displays confidence in front of the crowd. We guess it was a case of first-day nervousness. Regardless, her father, Prince William, said she was very excited about her first day. In the school, she was known as Charlotte Cambridge. Her parents intentionally gave them alternative names to give them a normal childhood while at school. Thomas's Battersea has served also as a foundation for Charlotte in building her confidence and a heart of compassion. The school's curriculum ensures that she receives an education that brings a balance to tradition and modern skills, including learning French, computing, music, drama, and ballet, hence preparing her for the unique role in the royal family and for future endeavors. In 2022, she and her brothers, George and Louis, began attending Lambrook, an independent preparatory school in Berkshire. This was due to their relocation to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor Home Park. But it's just possible for the princess to make a lot of money and have a lot of influence, even if she doesn't get all the degrees. Keep watching to find out why. The Princess Charlotte Effect. After the first appearances of Princess Charlotte, it did not take long for the world to realize just how much of a style setter Princess Charlotte would be. Princess Charlotte has become a style icon right from her first camera capture as a baby. The items associated with Princess Charlotte, such as clothing, jewelry, accessories, and even toys, reach a high demand and sell out just as soon as she is with them. This has been dubbed as the Princess Charlotte Effect, capturing her significant influence on public and consumer trends despite just being a kid. Stores and brands have discovered that items seen with Princess Charlotte, a clothes she is on, a jewelry or an accessory, can stir up a lot of media attention and greatly boost sales of those items. This has shown that her popularity extends far beyond the walls of being a royal, but has also stretched out internationally 10 hours from her birth. Her parents had stood on the lingo wing carrying the newborn Charlotte as she was draped in a €68 shawl. Within minutes of the appearance, the makers of the shawl started receiving a large number of requests from parents who desperately wanted to get a similar style. They had never seen such an iconic moment. The director of the company at Nottingham, G.H. Hurt & Sons Company, who is Gillian Taylor, said it was a memorable day for their company as he saw 100,000 people flood their website from over 183 countries, amongst which concluded America, Australia, and Canada. Whatever brand her mother, Duchess of Cambridge, chose to dress her up with, be it a dress or a handbag, it always ended up leaving immediate and concrete impact both for the retailers and for fashion onlookers. Margarita Pato, the founder of Spanish children's wear label M&H, alongside her mother and brother, told Telegraph that their brand was impacted in such a great way when Princess Charlotte was seen on 2 of their floral dresses. It meant so much for their brand of a medium size with only 5 stores in Spain. Normally, they only offer 10 of the dresses per store, so as to prevent every girl being in the same dress. And because of that fixed number of sales, the dress was already sold out before the pictures went viral. However, due to high demand for the dress, following when the pictures got to the public's eye, a high demand was stirred. So much that they had to start making plans to launch an e-commerce site which will aid in shipping their brands to the United Kingdom, Europe, and the United States of America. In some of the different times Princess Charlotte has been seen, Her mother, Kate, has dressed her in almost identical outfits of those M&H floral dresses with pink cardigans. This is Kate's efforts to reduce the attention surrounding her daughter's pictures. Despite her efforts, attention has continued to increase towards the young princess. A poll released claimed that 1 in every 5 parents considered Princess Charlotte to be a major style setter for their kids, and shopping statistics have supported these claims. A clothing website, myonestylers.com, had experienced a 97% increase in sales of pink booties after a photo of Princess Charlotte wearing pink booties on a family skiing holiday was released. An online representative for the children's wear shop, Alex and Alexa, expressed that demands for items Princess Charlotte wore had skyrocketed in their site. They also saw an increase in the number of customers searching for pale pink cardigans and floral dresses after Charlotte's first picture were released the previous year, and surged again after another release of Princess Charlotte in a portrait of the Queen with her great-grandchildren. The founder of Pepa & Company, Pepa Gonzalez, experienced a great rise in traffic on their website following the release of royal portraits of Princess Charlotte ahead of her first birthday, where she was seen sitting on the knee of her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. She was seen in the portraits wearing a pair of M&H dress with a cardigan by the Spanish label Pepa & Company. The founder said that the royals have not only created demand for traditional Spanish style in England alone, but also across the world. He excitedly added that he even received an order from South Korea. Although she has not been seen in many carefully stage-managed official portraits, anyone that is seen has made a lot of impact for retailers of any of the items associated with her. Thanks to her Princess Charlotte effect, brand finance experts have predicted her worth to the United Kingdom to be more than €3 billion throughout her lifetime. Despite having such a flourishing life, even while at Kensington Palace, Princess had to leave for reasons that will leave you surprised. Princess Charlotte's reason for leaving Kensington Palace. Princess Charlotte had said goodbye to Kensington Palace due to some major reasons. The first reason is tied to her schooling. The Adelaide Cottage in Windsor is close to Lambrook School, where she attends with her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis. A family friend informed people that their move was mostly because of their schooling. He added that the family enjoys a good time at the open parkland and countryside in Windsor, where Charlotte gets to play freely with her older brother, Prince George, and younger brother, Prince Louis, going out with their bikes and riding around the estate. The second reason is owed to the fact that Prince William, who is Princess Charlotte's father, wanted to spend more time with his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. In her last days, Queen Elizabeth was staying then at Windsor Castle, which is a 10-minute drive to Adelaide Cottage. Robert Johnson also threw more light on this in his work on biography titled Catherine, Princess of Wales. He writes that William wanted to move so he could be closer to his grandmother after the loss of Prince Philip, her husband, in April 2021. Princess Catherine or Kate supported him in the idea. She understood that Prince William being the future king, it was important for him to be closely located to the Queen in her final months. This is so he could render support to her and his father, King Charles, who was going to be crowned king after her. The relocation from Kensington Palace is supposed to be a new chapter in not only the changing role of her parents, Prince and Princess of Wales, but also a strategic balance they managed to keep between the demands of the royal household and those of the family. Such a move will further the relationship of the family with royal traditions, as well as assist William and Kate in giving Princess Charlotte and her siblings the most normal childhood possible, without so much media attention. What do you think the future holds for Princess Charlotte in Windsor? Feel free to leave a comment at the comment section below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the following video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.